So many people do ask me, how do you get athletic scholarship to United States of America? So for me, my case was a bit different. Okay, not very different, but I would say that to get an athletic scholarship, especially for students who are going for undergraduate, it's not very complicated, and it's not very easy as well. So you need three things or two things. Number one, you have to have some running talent. Okay, not like you're supposed to be a world record holder or anything, but I'm saying if you can beat the Americans, if you can run faster than those kids in America, okay? Those kids are about 16 years, 17 years, 18 years, so, you know, that should not be tough, especially knowing that Kenyans are very good in running. That should not be very difficult. Number two, you have to have somehow good grades. The good grades, I'm talking about C+. You know, C+, C star, B+, B minus, you know, that's good grade because, I mean, before you get to the school, you have to look at your academics. Are you eligible to join this university? So they will do something called GPA. I think they'll take your maths, your science, your English, and one of humanitarian sciences. On top of that, so now, the reason why would they give you athletic scholarship to run for a school? So basically, if you can prove to them that you can run faster than their students, right? Be the fastest guy in the team, then why not? They would offer you about $60,000, $70,000 contract per year, and that's about 7 million, 6 million shillings per year. I mean, my contract for me was about $55,000 at the time, and that's about 6 million shillings per year. But 70% of the money goes to school fees, insurance, blah blah blah, and the rest 30% comes to you every year. So for me, I used to get around $2,000 every month. That's for your upkeep. You can buy a car, you buy your phone, food, pay insurance for your car, pay for your phone bill, water, electricity, Wi-Fi, TV, all those kind of stuff. Okay? So, number one, the problem with many students here, if someone doesn't want to run, you have to be able to run and be good, at least be able to beat those kids who are there. And then once that is taken care of, the next one is, you know, make sure your grades are good. So this information goes to, you know, people who want to do undergraduate, right? And it's important that you get good grades, you know, at least C before you graduate high school, so that when you come out there, because running is something you can improve. I would say it can take you up to, you know, 1 year if you're really hardworking to run those good times. And when I talk about running good times, about for men 1500 meters, we're talking about 355 to 400. For girls, we're talking about 430, 425. Okay, and then for 3000 meters for men, we're talking about 840, 835, and then for the girls, we're talking about 1030, 1020, you know. So, because many Americans don't have, you know, many students who run that fast. So Kenyans are known to be really talented in running, and I'm talking about, you don't have to be really like talented. It's just hard work, you know. I mean, most guys who go to US, as soon as they finish university, they stop running, and most of them don't come from running family. So usisema ati, you know, I don't come from running family, blah blah blah. For me, I would say whatever it takes to do it, do it. And then also going to US is not difficult. Alright, as long as you have that full scholarship, alright, the school has admitted you, has accepted you, then it's fine. Okay, I understand right now there's a lot of challenges at the embassy, but you know, the embassy is, you know, an immigration office. You know, they are there to make sure that you're going there for the right reasons, and that's why you have the interviews. And I feel like most people don't get American visas, even though they have full scholarships, because of the way they handle their interviews. You know, the Americans, you know, they're very smart people. You know, and if you don't know exactly what you're talking about, they will deny you the visa. I'll give an example. If they ask you, for example, for me, they asked me, why do you want to go to the US when you get very high grade here? You can go to university. So I told them, for me, you know, I'm a very talented individual, and running is my thing, and I would like to use this opportunity to further my studies. I say University of Arizona offered me full athletic scholarship. That means that I'm able to run for the school and they will be able to pay for my academics. And I say, this is the perfect opportunity, so let's do it. They're like, seems like you got it right. But many people, when they ask them, when you go to the embassy, they ask you why the US? And someone started fumbling and saying, you know, those guys don't have time. So they'll just say, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. You know? So I normally highly recommend that before you go to the embassy, do research, right? I normally do help some guys who want to go there to prepare better, do something called mock interview. But Wakenya ni nani? Wakenya na wajuaji. Someone wants to hide. Pita kwa kando. Fanya nini? Yasi wasijue alikuwa anataka kwenda US ama anatafuta visa. You know? In the end anafanya, anaulizwa swali, hawezi jibu, anapigwa chini. So for me, I would say, if you want to get something right, ask around, ask the right people who have done it before, people who have been there before. Because this Kenyan thing ya kuficha vitu, it doesn't end well. I know some guys who have gone all the way to Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Madagascar kutafuta visa. But it shows that those guys really want to get it, and I admire the drive. But before you get there, we have to know first of all what's the problem. Because if you have full athletic scholarship, I don't really see the reason why I kunyime visa. I feel like it's just the way people are not very prepared to answer those questions correctly. And the reason why they do interviews, because they want to make sure that the person who has applied for this thing is the right person. Next time I'll talk about how to get academic scholarship or how to get admitted to American school to do graduate program. But this goes to people who you could have a sibling, brother, a sister, or a cousin who can run, and you don't have to can run. It's about deciding to do it. Going to US is an opportunity. It's a lifetime opportunity to be able to experience first world country, see how they do things. For me, I liked it. It was fun to see how things operate. I admired it, and did well, did my time. And after that, I said, you know what, it's time to move to other levels. And I moved here. So, I'm proud of that, proud of myself being able to have done that. And I'm here to give information, because out there people don't give information on how things operate. Watu wanaficha sana. Right? How do you do this? You have to be connected, blah blah blah. For me, man, I'm here to give full information on anything. I'll be meeting some guys in different fields, doing different businesses, and I'll ask them, how do you start? How do you get started? And how do you improve? How do you move the next step? Because people need to understand that at the end of the day, there's no shortcuts. Najua maisha ya majuu sounds very flashy, but in reality, speaking for myself, it's not easy. I've seen what other guys do, experienced as well. And if you have an opportunity to go there, study, sijasema aende uishi ama ufanye vitu gani, soma kwanza. Because kusoma for me means to be exposed. Exposed, you have a lot of information, you're able to make better decisions. If you want to decide to stay there and do what, hey, that's up to you, but don't blame it on anybody. Alright? So yeah, next time I'll be hosting a live interview, and guys can ask questions about how to go about it. Till next time, take care.